over the past 3 years, there has been influx of Black Americans to Kenya specifically. Initially, they were going to Ghana, and later on, they discovered that there's a country called Kenya. So, this one thing I have observed about Black Americans who are visiting Kenya. As you know, there are so many people visiting Kenya because it's visa free. So many nationalities. We have Tanzanians, we have Ugandans, Burundians, Rwandese, Nigerians, Indians, Black Americans, Italians, and so many others. Even Israelites are coming to Nakuru, Kenya to settle there. Now, among all these nationalities, among all these people, it's only the Black Americans who are complaining about Kenya. And not all of them. We have Black Americans who came to Kenya even 20 years ago. They have settled well. They are doing business. They are creating content, earning money, and also they have built their own homes. And they don't have any issue. But we also have another group of Black Americans who are in Kenya. They have been living here for some months and they have not stopped complaining. They complain every day. Some of them, not all of them. I know a lady who came to Kenya 13 years ago. He has not been complaining. There's another man who came to Kenya around 7 years ago. He's not complaining. So only among all these people, the Indians, the Somalians, the whites from US, the whites from Italy and other countries who have settled in Kenya, only the Black Americans are complaining. Go to Laikipia and see the number of whites who are there, who have settled there. They have purchased land and they have settled. Most of them have even grandchildren, and you'll never hear them complaining. If you go to Malindi, you may think that you are in Italy. They have settled there, the whites, and they are living comfortably. We have whites who came to work in Kenya for various organizations, NGOs, even the United Nations. They have settled in Kenya and even married, but they are not complaining. You could never hear them complaining even online. So is it that they don't see the problems in Kenya that the Black Americans, some of them, see? But what is strange, these Black Americans who are complaining about the country, how terrible it is, complaining about corruption, about the begging culture, how the country is totally in a mess, are below 35 years. Most of them are in their 20s. They have not experienced life. But the people who have settled, who enjoy every moment, who have even married, the Kenyan ladies, are above 50. And even there are some who are 40s who have just settled in Kenya. Now, there's one thing anyone should know, even me, if I visit another country, especially these developing countries, there's something you should know. Any developing country, has got its good side and bad side. There's a country you'll visit and find the roads are good, but you don't have freedom to say anything. The government is dictatorial. There's a country you'll go, you find there is no internet. There's a country you'll go, you find that people in that country are very hostile. There are countries you'll go, you find that it's totally underdeveloped. So you'll never find a perfect country in Africa. The reason why most people visit Kenya is because of the freedom that is there. The people are so much accommodating, and at least you'll have internet, which is faster. The roads are not so bad, and generally you'll enjoy life. The cost of living is not so high. There's some development. But when it comes to corruption, even the locals complain. They complain about corruption, but that is the nature. Corruption is everywhere. Even the United States, you'll find the police may not take corrupt money, but corruption is practiced at the highest level in a different form, which you'll never understand as a common person. So when you visit a country, you take the positives and you actually develop your life around those positives. You ignore the negatives. So that's what these Indians who come to Kenya, the whites who come to Kenya, that's what they normally do. So one of the things that I've noticed is that the black Americans who complain are people who don't have a clear agenda why they come, why they visit the country. They are people who have not actually created wealth. They are people who don't come to Kenya to start business. They are simply people who are moving from one country to another to experience life. So when you visit a country and in that country you don't have an agenda why you go there, and maybe you have saved $10,000, that is the amount you want to spend, expect life not to be good for you. The Italians who settle in Malindi, those Italians who have been there, are people who came with a clear agenda. You find someone is 55 years, almost retiring. He has saved enough. He is coming to enjoy life. He comes, buys land in Malindi and settles there, marries a Kenyan lady, and she enjoys life there for 20 years. There are black Americans who came to Kenya. They started Airbnb business. They are thriving. Indians came to Kenya. They own several businesses. They are thriving. You'll never hear them complaining about these small things. And they know where to visit in Nairobi. The Somalis are everywhere. Go to Accra Road, go to Ludhuli Avenue, Biashara Street, Moi Avenue, Isili, South B, South C, even Kilimani, Westlands, they are there. They are dominating most of the businesses and earning money, living a very comfortable life. So if you find that you are the only person complaining among several people in a group, then the problem is not those people, it's you. Maybe you have a childhood trauma, or you have either inferiority or superiority complex. So when you visit Kenya, I know in other cultures, in other countries, people are taught that in Africa, everyone is poor. So you come, you visit the country from a superiority point of view, that you are very superior. That's why you come and you start complaining that everyone is a beggar. But in the real sense, not everyone is a beggar. We have millionaires in the country, we have billionaires, people have money, people have permanent homes, people plant, they have their own food, and they don't beg at all. So when you complain about begging, it means even the place you live, it is not for people who have established themselves. Even where you walk, if you walk in the Nairobi CBD, you don't walk, that's where you normally visit. It means you are just a common man in Nairobi. There are places where people even won't bother that you exist. So it means it's not their problem, it's your problem. So begging, of course, is there. Even us, we have relatives who beg. When you go to the streets, people beg, and that is normal. Even corruption. The reason why police are very corrupt is because they are underpaid. So, and the money they ask for is very little, just $2, $1. That is little. If you complain that someone is asking for $2, then you are among the poorest people. So the idea of corruption, when you visit a country, for example, Kenya, and find that there is corruption, you try to fit in. If you visit Kenya and you complain that people are overcharging you, it's because you have not studied the system. People don't overcharge. Normally, what they do, if something is going for, let's say, $20, they will say it's $40, and then you bargain. That is the nature of business in Kenya. You have to bargain. So this is a system in Kenya, and if you are not used to that, you have to understand that's what happens. So I find it strange that among all other people, nationalities who are coming to Kenya, it's only the Black Americans and very few of them who are complaining. So the objective, it means the objective is not to come and see the positive. You want to see only the negative. And in life, if you have someone who only sees the negative, there are people who are born and they have been raised in a society where there is a lot of trauma. They have the victim mentality. They like complaining all the time, such that when they visit, they go even in a place where there's nothing to complain about. They have to complain. And that is the nature. And there are people who are brought up well, who, if there are good things, they will say there are some good things here. And if there are bad things, you say there are some bad things here. But if you keep on complaining everywhere, then it means the problem is not that place, it is you. And if you find a place is bad, then you return to where you came from and leave others who are comfortable, who are comfortable to live there and enjoy the life in that place. We have so many millions of people visit Kenya, even Africa. They visit Africa and they come again and again. Why? They are enjoying. Of course, they see some negatives, but there's some things you can ignore. And there's no country on this world which is perfect. So that is my observation. And I guess you have also observed, but I find there are some Black Americans who are very good. And the observations are, of course, they complain about one or two things, but you will see that they have a positive attitude. They have started business. They're doing well in Kenya. Others visit Kenya for 6 months, they go, and they're very comfortable. But there's these other boys who had 20s and 30s, even who don't own anything actually. Those are the same people who complain about the country, yet they keep on visiting. And you wonder why do they visit?